Just kidding. Dr. Harry McCleary here, and I wanted to use one of my first videos on this channel to share an analogy that I use with a lot of my patients and honestly just a lot of my military buddies that need to hear it. So here we go. Becoming a werewolf and developing PTSD follow a very similar path. Becoming a werewolf involves getting bit. Developing PTSD also starts with a bite. Starts with an experience or a series of experiences that cause somebody to think differently, behave differently, and maybe even feel differently. Arguably the most scary part about becoming a werewolf or developing PTSD is that initially an individual has no idea. In the movies, many times people don't recognize that they're a werewolf until they wake up in the middle of the woods or wake up in a pool of blood. Many times individuals with PTSD initially don't know anything's going on either. Many times their loved ones or people around them start telling them how different they are, how they've changed since they came back from deployment or since the last time they saw them. People might start doing things that seem out of character or seem out of proportion to the situation. They might find themselves having to constantly apologize or constantly having to clean up a mess that they created when they were out of control. They might not even remember parts of what happened when they were out of control. The young werewolf struggles to control their anger. They struggle to trust themselves in certain situations. It's one thing to not trust what other people are going to do. It's a whole nother piece to not trust yourself and what you're going to do if someone else does something, or you're in a situation where you feel like you might get out of control. This can be scary for both the people around the werewolf, but also for the werewolf, especially when they've hurt people that they've cared about when they didn't intend to. It feels sometimes okay for strangers to be afraid of you. But when your partner, when your children, when your close friends and family are afraid of you, it's not a good feeling. So what does a werewolf do when they don't trust themselves? They end up chaining themselves up. They end up separating themselves from people, from situations where they think they might get set off. And their world starts to get smaller and smaller. But there is hope. There's treatment for being a werewolf. There's treatment for PTSD. That treatment involves acceptance, control, and learning what your moods are. There's no cure for being a werewolf. Just like there's no way to erase a traumatic memory. But being a werewolf does not have to control your life. And to be honest, let's face it, being a werewolf is pretty cool. I know a lot of them. If anything in this video resonated for you, I ask that you click the like button, subscribe to my channel, but more than that, if you know a veteran or a service member that you feel like needs to hear this message, I ask that you share it with them. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. One vet trying to help another.